Hi, it's Anne from The Useless Crafter. Okay, so today I just got an order to do some custom shirts, and it involves taking screenshots, cleaning up the file, so I thought we could do that together. So let's go to New Project. So here is that. Let's look at some images. It's for um, a wrestling mom. I mean, she's not wrestling, her son is wrestling. So let's kind of see some cool images that we have. Let's see, I kind of like that one. Let's see if there's any. Oh, not too many choices. So I like that, maybe a combination of these two. So we'll figure that out. Now, let's go and find the image that I want, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So it is Peninsula Panthers football. I know we're not doing football, but it was this image right here. So let's see what we can do. Let me move my face over. So I want a screenshot of this. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if that works. Oops. Oh, let's see. Press Windows, logo key, Shift and S. Shift and S. Oh, but my thing is too big. Hold on. All right. I'm trying this for the first time. I usually do it another way, but this is what I want. The t-shirt's going to be in white. So, okay, save to clipboard. We're like, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Let's redo that. Let's do it the way I always do it. There we go. So we have that there. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to save it. Oops. There's, okay, so here we go. In Design Space, we're going to go to Upload. Upload image, browse. We're going to go find our Panthers, and I think I had it under desktop. There it is. Okay, so here we have it. I always do, I'm just going to say it's complex. Continue. All right, so the first thing I want to do on this one is I want this yellow outline by itself, okay? So I'm erasing, I have it right now, I'm erasing everything. And you see how I'm just, because we're going to layer this, right? I'm going to have a gold layer. You can't bring in everything. If you bring in everything at one time, it's going to be one big blob. And you can't, I really don't like how this is looking on the inside. I think what we need to do is I'm going to take this one. I'm going to make my little ball big and see, I'm going to do this. Now, there is a little trick to this. Occasionally, I will let go of my mouse so that if I make a mistake like this, I can quickly undo, and it will only undo the last thing. So you don't want to clean everything up and then make one mistake, and when you go to undo, you start all over again. So occasionally just lift up your mouse so that you don't, I can't tell you how many times I've done that. So you can't help it. You just keep going and then you realize, oopsies. Okay. Eventually, I'm going to need to make my little circle smaller so that I can get in here without making any mistakes. But you can see this is how you do layers. I see this a lot in my Facebook groups about people bringing in an image and they can't change the color or it just looks like one big blob. Okay, so let's make this a little bit smaller so that we can really get in here. And even that's not going to be small enough to get into that corner over there. Undo. Okay, let's do this. And I'm on my mouse, which the funny thing is, I usually like to do this on my phone, but I wanted to record everything on here. When I'm cleaning up an image on my phone, I do this with my fingers, and for some reason it seems easier than trying to control my mouse. So you can see I did my circle super small now. I want to get this stuff in here. And we're almost there. Let me undo that. See if I can get it better. Okay, and you can also make it, you can really zoom in, and that will help too, because then you can see more. I kind of feel like we have everything. Okay, so continue. So you can see, oh, we still have this piece right here. So let's go back. Can you go back? Oh, you can't go back here. Ah, no. Okay, you can't go back. All right, it's okay. Let's just go. Oh my gosh. All right, so you can't go back. You gotta like really look to see what you want to do. Unless you tell me differently. Like I said, I usually do this on my phone. So I thought that was a possibility, but I was hoping no. Let's get all this. All right. Okay, I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to zoom in, and then that way I can see this. I need to make my circle smaller, basically, before I start tearing up some stuff here. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm like really analyzing my screen. And I really need to clean my screen too, because now I'm like, is that a dot on my screen or is that an image? All right, let's see here. That is looking pretty clean, I think. Okay, so continue. Darn it, it has that, but you know what? I'm not doing it. Okay, so Panthers, and I'm going to say this is the outline. Save. Okay. Upload image. We're going back to the same thing, okay? So go back to Panthers. And this time we're going to keep the black because it's on a white shirt. So the white will be just the shirt. We're going to do the black and we already have the gold, okay? So get rid of the black on the outside because we don't need that. And we want the gold. And then we don't want the whites. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm almost wondering if we should have done the opposite, but I've already started clicking away, so. And this is not so bad. We're just clicking on one part of the white and the whole thing disappears because it's all connected. And it's a really good contrast, so it's easy to do on this one. And look, we're almost done. And on the phone, yeah, sorry, I was looking at my screen. On the phone, you can actually see a preview like in the corner, so you can see where you still have places you need to work on. Okay, let's make this bigger because we want to get rid of this outline on the outside, right? Okay, so here we go. And for those watching, if there is an easier way for you to do this, by all means, I am not offended when you leave me tips because I want to try it out, and we're all here to learn and make better projects and easier. There's no need to spend 20 hours when we don't have to, right? I don't like all these little gold pieces, if you can kind of see, but that's okay. Well, I'm going to see if I can clean it up a little bit better after. Okay. And you can still see, but I just want to make sure we get at least this. Okay, undo. Sometimes your mouse, it just does that. Okay. And when you clean it up like this, let's say you wanted to do the inside layer, the white, red. Because it's all inside the black, I think you can bring in just the black, and then you can slice a big, rectangle around it, and it would get all those pieces on the inside for us. So I don't think in this case we need to do 3 steps of this for each color. Okay. So this looks pretty clean, but like I said, I'm going to try. Let me make this bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. See, there's like these gold specks that I'm going to try to get this time around. And this is one of those moments where I shouldn't be talking while I do this. It's not, see, it's not hard, but dang it. Okay. And definitely release your mouse a lot. I don't know if you can hear me like let go of my cursor. I didn't listen to what I was telling you guys to do. It's not that hard to release the mouse, but you're just on a roll and you just keep going and then you have to undo. So, dang it, that was too much. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to be okay with this. But let's talk about the actual image though and how big it should be. I tend to design my stuff around, like for adults, like a 9x9 on the shirt. So just kind of keep that in mind. But I will also like do a quick Google check to see what the normal sizing is. And depending on like, do we want to do just a little logo on the chest, or is this like a big shirt? Are we doing multiple shirts? Then you can have, different options. This is, okay. We're almost done. We're almost all the way around. I just want to clean it up a little bit more. And you saw how you can't go back. So I don't want to do this and then be so close and then want to redo it. That was a little bit too much. I might have to reduce my circle a little bit. I'm going to do it right now. It's still too big. And we're almost done. My eyes. Oh. I know I'm going super fast now. I'm going to regret it. Okay, almost. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, just a little bit more. I think we're at the top. Ooh, was that too crazy? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's continue. Yeah, that looks pretty good, right? And we want it as a cut image. Oh, and I think, it didn't let me smooth it out. Okay. All right, so we're going to insert these two. And what it's going to look like is this. All right, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so let's make this a little bit smaller. And you know what would be cute? We could do, so let's ungroup this. You can't ungroup it now, but what you can do is, can you contour? Yes. We can just get rid of mom. There's wrestling. And we could either do, you know what? This one would actually be really cute. Like that with the mom. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this actually. We're going to split that image into two pieces, the wrestling and then the mom. And I know we're going to have to slice it right around here, but that's okay. Oh, I think this is what we'll do. We'll insert a little square, unlock this, and we're going to slice it right there. Oh, I can't slice it. Hold on. Let me ungroup because the hearts was counting as an image. The wrestling mom was a second image, and then my little rectangle was a third. You can only slice two items at one time, and it was slicing through. Oh, why is it still? Okay. Let's move it out of the way. Oh. Okay. And let's slice it. And what I accomplished by slicing it is that there's now a break. So when I duplicate this and go to contour, I can get rid of mom on one. And oops, I don't need that little thing. So let's go back to contour. I don't need this little thing. So wrestling is by itself. And then on this one, I'm going to contour and I'm going to get rid of wrestling. And you got to get rid of all these little inside pieces. So you just do it by clicking on it. Nothing crazy. And there's mom. So now here's my shirt. Oops, let me undo that. Let me group this to attach it for now. So when I move one, they both move together. Okay. And I wonder if I can make this a little bit, I almost feel like we got to get rid of the hearts in the middle because it's getting in the way. And I almost want to do wrestling in a different color. So I think what I'm going to do is let's look at wrestling for a minute. Let's get rid of all of this. It's getting in the way. I'm going to bring in a heart or a circle. Let's make this bigger. See, because that to me looks like it's part of the G, right? So that's why I'm slicing it here. Oh, why can't I slice it? There we go. So I'm going to get rid of all my slice results. That I don't need. This I don't need. This I don't need. Okay. And then, so I'm going to do it like that. That looks like wrestling. And then mom. Okay. So, and then I'm going to throw these hearts in later. But for now, what I want to do is I want to detach that, get this, get this out of the way. And I basically want to, I want to slice that because I want to get rid of anything that's inside here. Okay, so hold on. Let me think about this. I want to go to contour. And I want to get rid of this. So now I have this. I want to weld that. So now this whole piece is going to be in gold, as well as this. And then this piece is going to come in like this. So wrestling is like that. And then my hearts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice out those hearts so that they're not all attached together. And that way you can use a 2x2 piece of vinyl and get all of that. Instead of right now, it's like you would need 7.5 by 6.5 of vinyl, and that would be a serious waste of space. So there's one, and I could just make my own hearts, but what I like about this is it has a little bit of varying shapes, and so I always like when they do that because then it makes your shirt look not so matchy. Sorry. Undo that. And I'm just slicing out each one of these hearts. And they have professional designers doing this, so I like the different sizes. I also like the number of hearts. It just makes the design a little bit more complete. So I do like to use that when we can. Okay, we're almost done slicing. Just 2 more. Maybe a few more. So I'll move that there, move this here. Oops. Okay, so now I can get rid of all of this as well as this. And I will manually, after I cut out the hearts, I can put the hearts wherever, like that. Okay. There. That's one. I hope that was super helpful. I mean, that was fast, right? I don't think I would have been able to do this when I first started because I didn't know enough of the tools in Cricut. So yeah, I just hope it helps. It's nice seeing how other people work too, because then you pick up little things. You might not like how I do everything, and that's totally fine. I don't like how I do everything. I'm still learning. So that's why I rely on your comments. If you want to show me something. Oh, but wait, let me show you. Let's go to make it and I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we are doing iron on. While all this stuff is okay, I like to be in the practice of when I do iron on, I mirror, even if some things don't need to be mirrored. But this does need to be mirrored. Okay, I'm going to add mom. I'm going to move this to another mat. I'm going to put it all on one mat. Okay, this one. Let's go back to that. I don't know. Sometimes it does that. Okay, and this Cricut, go home. You're like seriously drunk right now. Look at all these hearts. I don't know why they're over here. If you have scraps, this is a great time to use scraps. You know, like if you have a random piece that goes like this is the time to do it. Or just put it all on one. Now it's 2x3 instead of the 7.5 by 6.5 that it was originally. All right, did this work yet? On the screen, I can see it. So this is good. This, for whatever reason, the other, I see it right here. I'm going to have to cut this later. And that's it. And then you go to press it. The way I would press it is do like 2 seconds of the iron. I have an easy press. Do like 2 seconds, just enough so that you can lift up that carrier transfer sheet, lay on the next one, do enough to get rid of that, and then put a Teflon sheet and iron on the whole thing together. What you don't want to do is, because iron on shrinks a little bit, if you do 15 seconds of the gold and then the black, your images aren't going to line up. Okay? All right. Bye. Thanks.